All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Let's go ahead and talk market, shall we? Before we begin, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, little white logo, click on that. Turn notifications, like our videos, comment your questions, and most of all, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for being here with me every day in the morning. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Before we begin, I want to make sure that everyone understands how important the Twitter is. The Twitter is very important. If you were watching yesterday on Twitter and you had us on notifications, Microsoft was called out. We called out the short squeeze if we get a debt deal, debt ceiling deal. I mean, we've been talking SHIB, you name it, we've been talking about it. We've been talking about VIX, futures, NASDAQ, the whole nine. And I mean, everyone who's been following us has definitely done pretty well. So again, this is free. It's a free Twitter for everybody. Enjoy yourselves. It's fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed. So make sure at G.A.R Capital, we're only about 43 followers away from that big 12,000. So make sure to follow and turn notifications. All right, let's go ahead and talk about it. Dow futures up 314 points. Awesome. NASDAQ up 1%. Awesome. Off its highs, though. S&P up nearly 1%. Awesome. 43.94 as we're testing 4,400. We're also up 0.85%, 22.30. Crude oil off its lows, $77 a barrel. Gold futures down 0.33%, $17.55. Silver futures are relatively flat, $22.50 an ounce. Euro dollar down 2 pips, 115.54. 111.42 for the dollar yen. That's flat. 10-year Treasury yield 1.545 currently, up 1.38%. The dollar index is relatively flat, 94.21. The VIX, yes, finally the VIX broke down the triple bottom. That was expected. Something had to give. 20.08 currently. Anything below 20 is great news for us, the bulls. Ethereum 35.90 currently on the futures side. Bitcoin 54.490 has been kind of roaming around 55,000. Yesterday down 2% currently. Taking a look at the Bitcoin map or Bitcoin chart, you could see next support is right around 52,836. Your next resistance is right up here around 59,116. So just a heads up. Before I get a million questions in regards to SHIB, yes, I sold some SHIB. In the investment club, I put in $1,000 in it, and I sold when I was at 4,100 or 4,200. I left $600 to ride as a runner, so I took about $3,500 profit. People were asking me, what am I going to do with the money? Honestly, I'm just going to enjoy it. Probably take the wife out, enjoy, probably get her a nice little gift or something, buy myself some sneakers. I like sneakers, everyone knows this, and we'll go from there. Sometimes just got to enjoy your money. Hopefully, if the Cowboys make the playoffs, I will go to the game. I'm going on Sunday to Dallas to watch the Cowboys and Giants. If you see me on TV, give me a shout out on Twitter. Monday, no morning note. It is a travel day for me. I will be flying back to Florida that day, so no morning note on Monday as I will be traveling, hopefully celebrating a Cowboys victory. So that's where we are. Let's go ahead and talk about the charts on E-mini futures. It's been a pinball machine to say the least. You could see this drop from last Thursday, and we had the big bounce on Friday. Hit that resistance right around 43.61, came back down again, retested support, came back up to 43.61 right around Tuesday, came back down overnight, hit that support 42.74, finally broke out above resistance 1 and resistance, let's say 1.5, 43.84. 4,400 is a huge level, let's be real. So if we want to go ahead and start taking a look at the next resistance levels, it's really right here where we kind of consolidated right on 43.09. 43.09 would be a next great hit if we can get there. After that, I would say right around 44.41 would be good. 44.80 really gets us out of the schneid. 44.80 would be absolutely huge. Why? Because 44.80 gets us right to a stone's throw away from all-time highs. That 100-day moving average so far has been that level. It broke below it for about 3 days and then finally got above. Next is the 50-day moving average right around 44.30. So we're about 40 points away from that level on E-mini futures. Again, I've been saying it, I'm still bullish regardless of what happened till the end of the year. I've been saying it now, I think 4,800 is my target on S&P. On the NASDAQ, Again, kind of the same deal with the mini futures. Again, a lot of pinball action here. Finally broke out of resistance. Yesterday we went long on NASDAQ. We creeped the stop loss, so really be careful with the volatility. We locked in 100. We were at 100 point. We were at break even. We were at 100 points. Then we had a stop fall here, stop hunt. We got stopped out at break even, and then we soared. We could have made it easily 400 to 500 points. That's just the name of the game. Especially with futures, you do need to stop. So again, it happens. We did well last time, the day before with NASDAQ futures anyway. So futures team is doing well. Again, you see above that 100. Next level is 15,172. That's your 50-day on the daily. So you can see, I think it's 172. So it's right around here. Let's just call it 104. So let's call our next resistance here as, we'll call it right above the 50, 15,193. How's that? And then next level after that is about 15.4, but I put it at 15,535. That's good to see. One more set of charts is the VIX. Again, you could see that triple top. We tested to see if we get a quad top. I don't believe in quadruple tops. Triple tops, yes, happen, but quad tops or quad bottoms do not happen usually. So 1, 2, 3, we finally broke. We still have a gap to fill to the downside, mind you, to 1876. So keep that in mind. We may get a little more, especially if we get a strong non-farm payroll report tomorrow. So let's see what we get. Looking at some pre-market movers, I mean, guys, everything is pretty much green. What we have open now, I have some Apple calls, the 143s. I held it. I didn't get to close. I signaled that for the members. They closed it already. I still have it. So I'll close this morning. We also have some SPY calls, and this is a really, really good lesson. SPY, we had SPY 437 calls. When the flush happened overnight, a lot of people panicked. We were down 75% on it. We held it. We trusted the process. We trusted the analysis. We broke. We're in the money now. So again, guys, a lot of people give us shit about, oh, why are you still holding? Guys, the option market is very fluid. Market is very, very volatile. So again, you have to give your options, your trades, a little bit of breathing room. You just can't have a 10% stop loss on every options trade. You're going to get stopped out every single time, which is just going to drive you nuts. So that's where we are. I also have some Mara calls. We talked about that on Twitter as well. It hit as high as 25%. I'm still holding. It's the 40 calls for next week. We should be able to get that with Bitcoin and crypto moving over the weekend as we expect. So there you go. Good stuff. A lot of bangers this week. I'm very proud of the team. AMC, we had some AMC calls. Shout out to Josh. That hit 200%. Very well done. Let's go ahead and answer some questions. Good morning. Thoughts on buying Facebook for long-term folio? I love Facebook long-term. I think 315 is the level you're looking for. If I own oil, should I worry about the U.S. releasing emergency reserves? No, because demand is still going to suck that up. So again, there's still a lot of demand for crude. Crude is a very good barometer for the global economy getting back to work past COVID. So again, I do think we're going to get to $100 a barrel. And I think the economy, or all economies, can handle that. And that's okay. We're starting to get a little bit of an uptick in terms of inventory. OPEC, the EIA reported on Wednesday. So again, we have crude oil inventories every week. There was more of a supply bump. So again, we do have some supply, but now we're getting demand in comparison to last year. Keep in mind, guys, we were locked down. No one was driving for the most part. No one was going to work. No one was flying. So again, not a lot of demand. Now we're starting to pick up. Everything's starting to open back up. More people are getting vaccinated. So again, I expect crude to start really picking up. Remember, we talked about this with supply chain. For example, like Nike, again, their issue is not demand. People want their merchandise. People want to shop at Target, Amazon, Walmart. What we have is supply chain issues. We're trying to feed the demand out there. We had that analogy with the hot dog stand. It's not really inflation. It's just business owners are trying to maximize profits at the end of the day with their supply chain issues and demand. So again, that's just the name of the game. Inflation will level out over time, just like this debt ceiling will get taken care of. COVID will pass and things will move on and things will be better. We're still in the beginning part of a bull market. Hypothetically, you have $250 to spend. What do you buy? $250 to spend and I have to invest it? SPY-G. Pretty simple. I wouldn't probably buy anything else. But if it's just like something just for me, $250, like something to buy, sneakers for sure. I think that's pretty much the only thing I'd probably think about buying. $250. What are we looking at today? So today, honestly, I got a lot open, but it's tough. I mean, I got a couple things open. It's tough to chase these things here. Again, we had a nice gap up. So Again, I expect a lot of profit taking in the morning. I expect a little bit of chop. I expect us to get around 43.60, maybe 43.53, test that 200-day on E-mini futures. Don't get too excited with this move. If you see profits, you take it and you move on, and then we'll move on to Friday, because Friday's non-farm payroll report. Again, we had a decent unemployment claims report as well. We had the good ADP number. So again, I wouldn't do much today, honestly. I'd wait for tomorrow's non-farm payroll report, because who knows if we get chopped. If we start booming, okay, different story. Again, we can always come back down. We know this, but let's see what we get from Washington. A deal's not been done yet. All they got to say is there's not going to be no deal. Fuck you all, and everything goes to shit. Good morning. Thoughts on LCID? Boy, everyone loves that LCID. Lucid Technology. It's the same thing, guys. Nothing has really changed. Again, on the hourly, you can see we're testing the 100-day. That's about it. And on the daily, guys, it's just range. So there's nothing there to trade there. I don't want to own the stock. I'd rather just own Tesla. NEO. I think NEO was moved to neutral by JPM. I just read. It is up pre-market. NEO needs a little more to go. NEO's a tough one. I would say 36.46 to start playing some calls. Probably the 37s. But until then, I don't think you touch it here for the most part. I own shares. So that's where we are. I expect not a lot of people are probably going to trade today. I expect that. I just wouldn't chase, guys. Just be careful on chasing, because I see a lot of people get very excited, and what happens? They start adding more risk on a bull market, and they chase. So just be careful. If you had some profits this week, especially if you're in our group, this is a day to chill. Take a step back. We had a lot of good trades this week. I think about 10. So again, there's no need to blow your load on more. So just a heads up. Looking at Boeing here, there is a resistance right around 228, 228.50. I'd wait for that break and then go forward. So that's where we are. So PayPal is also a Bitcoin proxy. So again, it is above the 200-day. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. I own shares in this one as well. There was a gap fill here, but you can see this this movement here, this wick. 272 would be my target if we can get above this wick here of 269. Maybe you can go to the 275s if you're trying to play that. But again, I would just wait on that break of 269 first. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and leave it there. Have a great rest of your morning. GARcapitalfx.com is the website. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for the morning note. And that'll be the non-farm payroll report at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll go over it together. Have a great rest of your day. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, and make sure Twitter. I've been saying it. Make sure to subscribe. Follow us on Twitter so you get everything you need. Cheers, guys.